Jay. Good morning, fam. How we doing? Another beautiful day, driving to work. This morning, I suppose what I touched on my mind, what I want to talk about was, look, I had a disjointed morning, right? It was sort of get up and go, and I actually had a family member come and go for a cuppa, and we went for a morning dip as well. So I kind of threw off my regular morning routine, which is okay. That's great. You have to be adaptable in this life, right? But normally what I do in the morning, right, is I set out and I think, what can I do today, right? As we spoke earlier about, the habit building, the getting up, the doing, so you don't think about it. But sort of in addition to that, once you're in that state of flow, the thing that I usually do is think about, okay, what am I going to be doing today, right? You only get one today. There is a tomorrow, and you hope that you make it to it, and you plan that you do. Most people live their life in a way that you are expecting to be here tomorrow, and if not, again, more power to you. Living in the now is great, but remember that you have to live in the now where there is a tomorrow for you. For the most part, again, obviously there are extenuating circumstances. But where I normally have that sort of gratitude for the day and get up and sort of go, where I think, what am I going to be doing today? There's allocated time built into my schedule, right? And I'm a big advocate for that. I hope that a lot of people eventually get around to the stage where they can be present in their mornings and think about what they want to do in the day and then go and execute that, right? But the thing that, sort of stood out to me about how I was up and just doing, this sort of last minute, kind of planned but not really locked in, and then message comes this morning, hey, we're still going to hang out, yeah, sweet, cool, let's go and do that. The thing that really sort of stood out to me today was like, well, you know what, actually I do spend most of my mornings doing when I come up with that how we're going to plan our day sort of chat. Well, you do what's in front of you, and I know it seems intuitive, perhaps somewhat axiomatic to think, yep, that's obviously, what you can only be doing what you're doing, as tautological as that sounds. You can only get up and go and do what's there to be done. The thing to obviously think about and manage and ponder on is that although you get to set out a series of plans for your life, sometimes those plans come easy, and sometimes they're cans that are kicked down the road for a week or 2 weeks or a couple of months or several years. And I know I've spoken earlier about holding on to things and letting go and being able to, just move through life in the season that you're in. But all of that in saying, doing what's in front of you, right? Today I had an opportunity to do something that was outside of my morning routine. It wasn't pleasant on some levels because I am a creature of habit. A lot of humans are. But to recognise this is the important thing to spend my time on today. To be present, to be with family, perhaps to be a little bit late to work, perhaps to, not have breakfast and showering in the same order and routine as you normally would. It's okay from time to time because, again, what was in front of me was an opportunity to have an impact on somebody else's life for the positive, and again on mine as well. And with so much in life, you tend to think about what else is out there. What opportunities am I missing? If I say yes to this thing, what won't I be doing? And it's easy to get caught up in that trap. But to recognise it is just that it's a non-productive, non-effective, non-efficient way of living a life that only leads to holding on to things, long-term resentment and regret. And so instead, if you shift the mindset to what opportunity right in front of me am I blessed to take, shifting your mindset to that will create a world of difference in your own